Hello, welcome to the Black Hearted Oracle. Now before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course my beautiful ancestors. Now what you see laid before you is a spread that I was guided to do, and this is for what we like to call the Karmics, but I was told not to call them that. I was told to call them the descending feminine or masculine of whatever signs. And what it's meant to do is take them through a journey to see where their life is at the present moment and how they can get themselves out, or if they're even willing to change and start ascending. Because we all are karmics in someone's life at some point in our lives. So to call someone a karmic, I understand how it makes people feel good, but it really and truly is just all a part of the journey, because the karmic works their way into a divine union in order to test that union to see where the faults are in that union. And when they break that union, it's to also make sure that individually each one of the people in the union are also in their Nine of Pentacles energy. So to have healed is self-determining, is on their right path for self, not just in the union. Okay? And the karmic, she goes through the lessons, or he goes through the lessons as well. And if the lesson is done right for all involved, then everyone will be able to ascend, or the karmic will descend, or the divine feminine will descend, and the divine masculine will ascend or descend, depending on if the lessons were learned. Okay, so this is for the the descending feminine Sagittarius. And I don't quite remember if I gave homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course my beautiful ancestors. So if not, then I just need to do that again. Okay. So what we have here is Strangely Lonely. And that's from the Shadow and Light deck. And we have we have Strangely Lonely, the Angel of Balance. We have Surrender to the Divine, Full Moon. We have Rejection. We have, this to me is like the husband or the serious man card. So the main man, this is, the karmic, the Tatiana, the person on the outside, right? This is Dice, Gambling, and this is Anchor. And we have from the Black Hearted Oracle, Love Yourself, You Are Better at It. And then this is the opening guidance and the closing guidance. So let's get started with the opening guidance. It's number 9, Worthiness, Blue Medicine. It says, all water birds are medicine. If followed, they lead to water, the essence of life. The kingfisher in particular represents healing. One would wish any wound, physical or psychological, would mend as quickly as the water surface after a kingfisher's dive. The kingfisher is like an intrepid warrior that you are. To solve your problems, you move deeply beneath the surface of your emotions into the troubled waters. Search for early reasons and conditioning that causes you pain. This blue medicine signifies the deep blue water of your emotions, and your prey is an inferior sense of well-being and worthiness. Like this great bird of flight, once your prey is found, you set your wings to soar high above it, determining where next you will plunge. Let this be your time of healing. Raise your spirits to the skies. Wow. Okay. All these readings are so deep. I just love them. Okay. Number 17, Strangely Lonely. And it says, holding on way too tight. And it says, this sweet and defiant being holds fast to her Celtic cross, clutching her belief system, because without it, she is not sure who she truly is. Perhaps it was given to her by a beloved. Perhaps it represents her family, a loved one, an aspect of her soul. But the reason she holds on so tight is that she is lonely and has yet to connect with her soul family on a day-to-day basis. You too may be surrounded by people, even those who you call friends, but you still feel extremely lonely amid it all. You may feel like you are in need of a barrier between yourself and the world. One dilemma with living in a world you feel you must protect is that you fear other people's intruding on it, disturbing this delicate balance. So you hold on tighter to whatever you have, whatever you feel makes you you. Your inner world is richer than most, and it's an imaginative paradise or hell, depending on your state of mind. Please let go just a little. Give you room to interact, engage with loving others. This therefore helps you to recreate your world anew. So it's telling you that it's time that you should let go of the security blanket, whatever that is to you. Okay, so why is strangely lonely here? Why is strangely lonely here? Yeah. 5 of air, an unwise decision. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives. Okay. Can we have more information on why the strangely lonely is here for the descending Sagittarius female? Feminine. 3 of water. Okay. I think I still need one more because I'm getting an idea. But let me see where this is going. Would you care to elaborate? Thank you. Yeah. You see, she's holding on so tightly to whatever she feels is her security blanket, but it's like she's stifling whatever this could be. Because holding on so tightly is an unwise choice. She needs to let go so she can allow a little bit more celebration in her life and needs to have more fun. But she's too trapped up in her head, right? When honestly what she should be doing is resting. Yeah, 9. See, because her higher self right here in the bushes, because if you look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the spirit one in the bushes would be number 9, right? So her spirit is guiding her to let go. You know, it doesn't mean that you have to throw away whatever situation or whatever thing is the security blanket, but it's just saying it's time to lighten up. You know, get out of your head because you're creating self-fulfilling prophecies that's creating these unwise decisions. You know, that's leaving her to have to review everyone's motives over and over again because she's stuck in a place where she needs more rest than anything. Because this is the 5 of swords, the 5 of air, and this is the 9 of air. So what she needs is more rest than anything, but she's not doing that. She's unwilling to see the bigger picture and the joys in life. Why is the angel of balance here for the descending feminine Sagittarius? Yeah. She's being controlled by her lower energies. You know, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative and fear-based thoughts, exactly expecting the worst, and they become self-fulfilling prophecies. But what she's really needing to do is find balance within herself and let go of these double energies. Why is surrender to the divine full moon here? What is this completion? What is surrender to the divine for the descending feminine Sagittarius? What is this surrender to the divine? One more please, thank you. Okay. Yeah. It's saying let go, like that saying let go and let God, right? Allow this completion to happen by letting go. Because whatever she's holding on to is creating these double energies in her life and making her unable to find balance, because this is like also to me the Sagittarius card, you know, especially being that 4 and 8 is 12, and you know that represents the 12th of December for me. So it's telling her that it's now time to let go, you know, surrender. Don't hold on too tightly. If this is a relationship that is causing her to be imbalanced, it's telling her to don't hold on to this. You know, let go, surrender to the divine, to her inner guidance, and wait for her ships to come in, because in doing so, that's where she'll find her justice. Why is the rejection card here? Why is the rejection card here? Yeah. It's like she's overcome with thoughts of rejection. You know, so I don't know if in her past she's been rejected over and over again, and in her head she's just it's just swirling around her. Even though she seems to be doing the work, it's not being released, because in her head she's having these self-fulfilling prophecies and is thinking about rejection, and that can be only what comes in, right? But it's telling her she needs to rest from these things. It's time for her to go into hermit mode, and so far there's 3 major arcanas on the board back to back. Okay. Why is the main man here for the descending feminine Sagittarius? Why is the main man here? Yeah. The King of Air. And what I've noticed with all the fire signs reading is that they're not that much in their element. You know, when there's a lot of blue on this board, these are emotional and mental realms. So that's what's happening, is that most of the fire signs, especially this one again, is totally out of their element. They're too trapped in their head. They're too deep in their emotions. And one thing about the Temperance card, I don't know if I could find it, but one thing about the Temperance card, is that it? No. Okay. Is that she's not deep into her emotions. Her feet are more practically bound. I'm wishing I could find it real quick without having to spend too much time. Her feet are more practically bound, and just the tip of her toe is in her emotions. Oh, there we go. Very wonderful. Browser. Okay. Sorry. All right. You see? She is more planted on solid ground, and just the tip of her toe is in her emotions. You know, she hovers pretty much above the material things and above the emotional things. So why is this King of Air here with the main man? Thank you. Yeah. So in her mind, she is worrying about cutting this person off, right? And turning the back on the fact that that's not her main man. Because around her neck is the Venus sign. So, you know, this is also representing Libras and Tauruses. But not only that, it's representing love, you know? So she's thinking that with love, it's through the flesh, but it's really not through the flesh. And she drapes that around her neck, but really and truly, she's thinking about walking away from this guy. I mean, I don't really think this is her partner, because if it was her partner, it would have showed up as the main woman and the main man. So she's thinking about cutting this off, to speak her mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, you know, and balance mental and emotion. That's what I was just saying, is that on this deck, there's a lot of emotions and a lot of mental thoughts. She's not in her element, right? So she's juggling back and forth whether to let go of this man and to fully walk away from it. Why is the side chick here? Why is the side chick here for the descending feminine Sagittarius? Okay. The moon. Yeah. So she's tired of being hidden. you know, and not knowing what's truly going on. And that's the fourth major arcana I want to point out. Can we elaborate on the side chick and the moon? Thank you. Yeah. So because she can't figure out what is going on and she's tired of being hidden in the shadows, she's going to want to release this. You know, to end this phase of her life and go through a spiritual transformation if she's getting the message that Spirit is trying to tell her. Okay, let's do love yourself first before I shuffle. Love yourself first, you are better at it. It said seeking, searching, searching, seeking for that one person who will free you of all that pain, that one person who will take away all that self-doubt, looking, begging, pleading for just that one person who is going to heal all those wounds. You are in a constant quest of running from yourself because the only person who can fix you is you. We must love ourselves fully and wholly first in order to love anyone else. If you are void and empty, you can only draw to yourself that which you are. You are only broken if you think you are. The best love is self-love. So begin to seek yourself, date yourself, renew your spirit. Seek thee first the kingdom that resides inside of you, and all other things shall be added to you. Wow. And it's funny, it's right here by the quest card, and the quest speaks of an unnecessary journey, right? Because remember right here that she's sitting there waiting for her ships to come in and she would find the justice. But she wants to go on an unnecessary journey and maybe think that what she's looking for is outside of herself, but not realizing that everything she needs is here. It just needs to be turned inward. All this energy that she's giving out, the mental and the emotional energies, need to be turned back inside for her in order for her to love herself. Even though she's better at it, she doesn't think she is. Why is love yourself first? You're better at it here for the descending. Yeah, exactly. It had to come out. Yeah, the Nine of Earth. This card to me is what everyone should be striving to be, regardless if you're in a relationship or not. Like, this card to me doesn't, I mean, yes, it can say single. I get that. But for me, on how I read, this card is what everyone should be before they get in a relationship, while they're in a relationship, and when they're leaving a relationship. You understand? Like, I don't think this card should disappear because you've gotten into a union. That would be ridiculous. Like, everyone needs to be fully self-determining. Everyone needs to have their desires and their dreams that they have for themselves, and alongside if they're in a partnership with what they want to do with their partner. But everyone has to fulfill the calling of their own life. And you cannot give this person up just because you joined a union. If you do so, then you lose yourself. You're always going to be a wanderer. Yeah, see? Love herself first. So reclaim her self-determination, right? Go after her passions that she's been not able to do because she's so drowning in mental thoughts and emotions. Why is the unnecessary quest here? Why is the unnecessary quest here? Yeah, King of Fire. I mean, come on now. Because it's time to her to focus, communicate with herself on the inside. Realize the guidance that is coming from her. You know, the ancestors are here pretty much calling out to her for her to pick up her motivation. You know, for her to remember her idealistic, wild dreams that she had. To be ambitious and charismatic as she is, because she's a Sagittarius. I mean, I don't mean to toot our horns, but I mean, we're pretty dang good when it comes to creativity. So she just needs to focus this, you know, and communicate with vision. And to realize that she is the leader in her whole life. There's no need to search for anything more than what she is. All she needs to do is elevate and raise her vibrations. And stop descending. Stop going in a downward spiral because of this ego and this devil energy that has her sense of being trapped and, you know, negative and fear-based thoughts. It's keeping her stuck in, ugh, okay. Why is the gambling card here? Oh, whoa. Yeah, she's gambling with her future. Wow. 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 She's gambling with her future, right? So being that she's gambling with her future, there's going to be a life experience that allows her to stop, you know? Allows her to stop searching outside of herself. And it's going to happen when she realizes that she needs to walk away. Or maybe this male, because if you look in this, this masculine is going to walk away from her. But I don't think so. I think it's her going to choose to walk away, because number 16 is boils down to a 7, right? And 7 to me is a spiritual number. So this is being guided by her ancestors and her higher self, because her higher self is here calling out to her to do the necessary healing and walk away. Release everything. This is the death card. So release so there can be a transformation in her life, right? Because she's overburdened and tired. Now we're seeing her energies come out, right? But she's just had it. She's at the 10 of air. I mean, the 10 of fire. She's just had it. There's nothing left to give within her. So right now it's time for her to walk away. Yeah, to accept the renewal. Like, how many major arcanas is that now? Come on now. How much is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 major arcanas. So, I mean, Spirit is truly calling out to this person. Whoever you are, I hope that you do get a chance to see this reading, because Spirit is truly calling out to you. And it's not even like you have a lot of work to do. It's just that you need to let go. Stop holding on so tightly to whatever this is for you. Let it go. You're torturing yourself. You know, and the devil is tricking you and making you believe that it's something in it is worth it. But why would you give up your own worthiness for something that is outside of yourself? Lord. Why is the anchor here for the descending feminine Sagittarius? Why is the anchor here? Thank you. That one as well. Yeah. Wowzer. Okay. So the anchor is here because she's determined to wait it out. Even though there's so many cards here speaking of release, walking away, justice, being overburdened, a tower moment happening. She's still waiting, right? Waiting in this sad, melancholy drudgery. You know, I mean, if you're anchored in this type of vibe, then what can I say? You know, you're crying over spilled milk. But there's so much more out here for you because, okay, the party's over. You know? Okay. It's over now. The party's over. Cool. But life is not over. You still have an opportunity to raise up and find someone who is truly your counterpart. But you have to do the work first. You have to pick back up whatever is your passion. You have to be self-determining. You have to be someone who has a fire in their belly, not just a lustful fire, you know, that has you constantly feeling left out in the cold. I mean, I know the Five of Pentacles didn't show up, but I mean, if you're a side chick and you don't know what's going on, you're always feeling like there's more going on behind your back, then come on, that's Five of Pentacles, right? And it's telling you that it's time for death. It's time for a renewal of your spirit and your life. Okay, is there anything else you'd like to tell the descending feminine Sagittarius before we go, please? Is there anything else you'd like to tell? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, there we go. That's good enough. Four of Earth. There we go. Still holding on, right? Refusing to let go. Wow. Wow. Okay, okay. I love tarot. I love oracle readings. I love spirit. I love everything. Right. So what needs to be said is that you are the magician. You have everything you need to move on and stop holding on, right? It says you are more than ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them, and life can be magical for you. You can take this pain, this heartache, this great sadness, and take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself and others. Forgive yourself first for staying in such a situation that has obviously drained you to the point where you're stuck, stupid, and bored in a relationship that is doing nothing for you. The 2 cards at the end is release and 5 of water. What are you holding on to? I haven't seen one card here that is worth holding on. Right? Turn your pain towards your passion. Make that pain fuel your passion so you can be the phoenix rising. Right? Because the world is here. It's a change is ready to come in for you if you'll take it. And it's a 3. So this is a new beginning, a creative endeavor. This is creation can be yours if you're willing to happen. But what needs to happen first is that you need to rest. You need to heal. Go inward so you can find the answers that you're needing. You don't need to search anywhere else. All you need to do is let go. Okay, before we go, closing guidance. And it is number 9, innocence. It says, the boat embarks on its voyage toward the islands of higher consciousness. The boat is made from your treasured innocence. We are all born wild and innocent, like a great white heron. To live in civilization at a very young age, we become like sheep trying to fit in with the herd. To maintain your receptive innocence is to listen to your own inner voice. Know that the powers of the universe are within you. Come on now. Come on. I love these readings because it shows them what it's necessary. It's so necessary. I know I sound like I'm beating a dead horse here, but it's so necessary to take the time to go inside and commune with yourself, commune with that higher self, commune with your shadow self, commune with the inner child. Fix what is broken within you so you can stop feeling broken because you're whole. You just have to change and look at things from a different perspective. Wow. I thank you so much for coming to the Black Hearted Oracle. I pray these messages found you well. I hope that you find your higher self in the quiet places, and may Ma'at hold you in her loving grace. Ashe.